How long have you been looking after your sister? Most of your life, isn't it?
We look after our mum.
You have to say what you do for me.
He helps her with
Don't embarrass me.
bits and pieces about homework, around the house. When she's socialising outside with friends, don't you? You keep an eye on her, make sure she's safe.
I help her in and out of bed, changing over her oxygen bottles and shopping, things like that, yeah.
Helping clean, cook, and tidy the house, really.
Well, I sort of have to do things for him instead of him doing stuff because he doesn't really know how to do certain stuff anymore.
Do the washing up, and everything really. It's just whatever I can't do, or he just helps me basically all through the everyday things, don't you?
Yep.
I think the things that affect him more than anything else is sleep deprivation, because Aisling is up on and off during the night. She's got no qualms into going to his bedroom and waking him up. You know, usually, are you awake? Are you asleep? Even though we might be. And so that affects schooling, that affects him playing out, and his mood in general and things.
It's affected him a lot really, because he feels he can't do what he could do if he wasn't a carer, because he's thinking all the time of his mum all the time. When he goes out, he's constantly, if I'm not, like today, she's not very well, he wants to get back. So that's affected him now, because he wants to stay a bit longer and he can't. Or he doesn't want to stay, not that he can't. He just feels he's got to get back.
I know how he gets frustrated and angry and upset and hurt by being a young carer, even though he doesn't admit it. It is really tough for him, because he is my primary carer. Once the carers have gone, he's my primary carer, so if anything happens, he's got to deal with me, call the ambulance or whatever.
I think she's got a lot more responsibility than some other children would have. Her time isn't always her own. I often use her for support for myself to help out. She's quite good. She makes the sandwiches for us in the morning and things like that. She's picked up the role of probably what Dad would have done. So yeah, I think her life is quite different from her peers, definitely.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of time away from studying and that.
It doesn't really affect it, because I find time in other places or where I can go and do social and school work and all that.
I tend to keep to myself really. I mean, I have a few off days when I'm not doing too good, but yeah, I tend to keep to myself really.
Sometimes when my mum goes into hospital, I don't do my work at school.
Not many of my friends know. No, I don't tell a lot of people. No.
Yeah. I don't really like having my friends over because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
All my friends know that I care for my mum, and they understand in a way, but they don't understand how I have to look after her pretty much every day, and I can't go out with her and mess around with her.
Yes, please. Sorry. Take her out, noisy one. Noisy one. No. I know, yeah.
I think I was about 4 and she was about 18 months, and she lost her walking and her talking, and that's when we found out she had Rett syndrome.
Cassie has Rett syndrome, and it's a gene in the brain which is faulty. So she was born perfectly normal, same as any other baby. Started learning to walk and talk, but never got very good at it. She used to be able to pick up her teddy bears, and she used to be able to turn the pages of a book and finger feed. And all of a sudden she got to about 18 months, started withdrawing into herself. And then all these things, they stopped, and she stopped talking. She had about 6 or 7 words. And, we still sort of thrive on having heard the words mum and dad, and she used to call her Lala. Well, we don't get that no more, and she still managed to walk, not very well, but until she was about 4. And then all of a sudden she sat down one day and that was it. She didn't bother to get up again.
Medicines, homework, trying my best to come in from school as quick as I can to be there when my sister comes home from school, because I leave school early before my sister. So I just try and help out as best as I can.
We say to her, can you get us a nappy, or can you just watch her while I go to the toilet, or while I'm cooking dinner, and then you suddenly think, she's only a little girl and I'm asking her to do, it has a huge impact, just in enabling me to carry on and do some normal activities. I need her help.
Well, sometimes I struggle with a bit of homeworks. Some things happen during the day, so my mind's more concentrating than in class. So when we've got the homework, I kind of struggle. But other than that, it's fine.
There's always been a really sort of strong bond between them. They've never developed the typical kids sibling fighting. So it's always been pretty close.
When we moved up, we found some people living near us had gone to young carers, and then we found out that I could go to young carers, and I've been going to young carers ever since.
As an organisation, Young Carers Bucks works with around 630 young carers across the county. We provide one-to-one support, which can be around helping children to understand their anger, their worries or stresses, and help them to find ways of coping with that. We also help to take them out to do youth clubs and activities, which gives them a break, but also gives them a chance to meet other young people who are in a similar situation as them, and who might share quite similar responsibilities at home.
Sometimes we go to the cinema, or we go swimming, but it's mainly going to a centre and playing some games like ping pong and stuff. If something's gone wrong and there's a club, then I can go and I relax. So it's just there to help me relax.
It's fantastic because she gets to meet with kids that are in a similar situation, and she, all of a sudden she's not on her own. So she's not the only one out there with a disabled sister or brother or mum or dad, or and it helps that there's other people out there that I think they must all rant to each other about, what's going on in their lives at the moment, and I think it does them all a world of good.
Young carers take you out for day trips and things like that. That helps a lot.
And you've got your coffee nights every 2 weeks.
It helps a lot.
And they're always there for you, aren't they, if you want to talk to them with phone calls.
Yep.
It helps me get out the house and take a break.
Well, he gets the monthly visits out, which is a relief of pressure. He can be himself. He doesn't have to be careful with what he says and does like he does at home, because it might set his sister off. So it's the freedom there.
They've been absolutely fantastic. They take Callum out on he goes to the monthly group session, isn't it, at the Grange, and it's just a chance for everyone to get together and sort of meet each other and everything, but more so for the kids to go and have fun and just be kids.
I just wish more people were aware of how much hard work they do put in, because they really do put a lot of work into what they do for the children, and there's some people out there that don't know they exist.
Well, I'm glad that I am with young carers, because it is hard. It makes it easier.
It's getting that happy medium, which young carers have definitely done. They're absolutely fantastic, and just can't thank them enough for what they do for him.
Again, they're always at the end of a telephone call if you need any problems. They send people out to talk if you've got a problem. If Anne wants to talk to somebody, they're always there, and again, help Jack out all through. So they're there all the time. I don't think if they were there, he wouldn't be like he is now. Definitely, it definitely does affect them. It's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Unless
it's
it's
a
breakfast.
very good service, very needed service. Because I think, to be honest with you, I think when it comes to government policies and things like that, they're so focused on the individual with the needs that they tend to not notice the other people that are a little bit in the background. So.
They're amazing. All young carers are amazing. What they have to do and what they have to put up with on a daily basis, I don't think other kids would be able to cope with it, to be quite honest with you.